Hey, beautiful people. Okay, so today is tip number 6 for optimizing your digestion. And I'm clearly very excited about this one. And so tip number 6 for optimizing your digestion is drink more water. Drink more water. Okay, so water is key to healthy digestion. I mean, honestly, I might say that water is like the secret little ninja helper to really boost your digestive health. And let's be real, most people are not getting enough water. When I talk to people about the amount of water they drink, it'll be like, oh, I'll drink a bottle a day, like a plastic bottle like that a day. That's just not enough, okay? So I just want to say this. Dehydration can lead to a lot of things, okay? It can affect literally every system in your body, even more than just digestion, okay? So dehydration can literally lead to ulcers. It can cause indigestion. It can lead to heartburn, fatigue, brain fog, memory loss, literally improper function of every system, any organ in the body, which is crazy, right? It can lead to undigested food particles in your stomach, in your stool, and eventually constipation, right? So, I mean, that's just to name a few. So if you're dealing with any of those, or you ever have, or you're feeling any of those symptoms, a big thing for you is probably going to be to drink more water. So let's talk about how water can really affect the stomach and the digestive process, okay? So the stomach literally needs water for digestion. Hey, Danielle. So this works for a couple reasons, okay? Water in the body is needed to actually produce hydrochloric acid at the proper pH. And if you're not really familiar or know very much about hydrochloric acid, it's a huge piece to the puzzle of healthy digestion. I mean, we have to have this healthy stomach acid in order to break foods down properly. And we're gonna get to in more detail stomach acid in the next tip. But so water in the body is needed to produce that hydrochloric acid at the proper pH. That's huge, right? And dehydration can literally cause the stomach to become insufficiently acidic. What? Oh, good. Yes, listen, Danielle. Listen to me. So that's part 1, right? And then we also need water in the stomach to keep that mucosal lining in the stomach healthy. So like I said, we want the stomach to be incredibly acidic. We actually do. The stomach is meant to be incredibly acidic. That's really, really important for a whole host of things. And we'll get into that in more detail, like I said, on the next tip. But we also need that healthy stomach lining to protect the rest of our stomach tissues from that intense acidity, okay? Otherwise, that hydrochloric acid can come in direct contact with the stomach tissues, which can then lead to ulcers. So we need a lot of acidity in the stomach, but we also need the water to have that healthy mucosal lining to protect the rest of us from that really intense acidity. Does that make sense? And so, yes, so water, okay? And then there's more. Dehydration actually causes, when the body is dehydrated, okay, so your food is being digested, it's going through the system, right? And then your body realizes like, whoa, I'm dehydrated. I need to get water in any way that I can. And so in an effort to conserve that water, your body will literally pull out excess water from the food that you're trying to digest, okay? And so it's pulling out this excess water from partially digested food. And that will end up leaving dry, partially digested stool. Yes, we are talking about poo now. Let's get to it, right? Let's not hold anything back. That will end up leaving this dry, partially digested stool in your large intestine, which can then lead to constipation. You feel me? So if you're constantly or commonly experiencing constipation or hard, dry stool that's hard to push out and it feels really uncomfortable, that can be a really big indicator that you are not getting enough water for your system, that you need to drink more water to help move that food through, help your body break it down properly, so you're not just getting this half-digested hard stool sitting inside you that you can't push out, right? Which then leads to all kinds of other symptoms and issues going on that we just don't want. Like, we need a healthy transit time. Constipation is not good, right? We need to get that stuff out of us in the way that it's meant to get out of us. So remember this as well. Healthy bowel movements, you actually want to be having at least one a day. 1 to 3 a day is actually considered normal, healthy bowel movements, okay? So if you're only going a couple times a week, that means that you're constipated, and you could probably really benefit from drinking a lot more water and all the other tips that I've been talking about up until this point, right? So just think about that. Think about how often you're going, and just know that if you're only going a couple times a week, that literally means that you're constipated and some things need to change. Because it's just, again, it's making it so hard on your body. And we've got to get those toxins out of there. We've got to get that stuff out of there. If it's just sitting inside you, it's a really good chance that you're going to reabsorb a lot of the stuff that we're trying to get rid of by those bowel movements. You feel me? That's not good. So drink more water. Drink more water. How can you get in more water into your life? What can you do to make it easy? What can you do to make it fun? What can you do to make it delicious? Can you get a really fun cup? Can you drink it out of a cool wine glass? Can you add slices of lemon or cucumber, orange, or berries? Add a bunch of fruits, make it delicious. Add little mint leaves. What can you do to make it tasty so that you actually want to drink it? What I do is I keep water around me at all times. There is not a time that I will not have water with me, or I'll try really hard to always have water with me. Get a nice refillable bottle that you can take with you everywhere, in the car, when you're going from one place to another. Keep a bottle on your desk when you're working so you just keep drinking it. Set an alarm on your phone to remind you to just drink water. Chug down a glass when you first wake up, before you get your coffee, before you do anything else. Like, how can you just fit in more water into your day? We don't want to be waiting until we're thirsty to then drink water, because actually that feeling of thirst means that you're already dehydrated, okay? So if you wait until that point, it's like already too late. So you really just want to be drinking consistently throughout your day. So just ask yourself, how can I make this fun? How can I turn this into a fun challenge where I actually want to drink it? I just lost my train of thought about that. Wow, I really just went blank. What a great video, right? So if you can think of anything, let me know in the comments. Like, what can you do? Brainstorm a little bit. What can you do that might help you drink more water? And then just let it be fun. Let it be a fun experiment, and then see how much better you feel. See if it affects your energy. See if it affects your bowel movements. See if it affects your hunger and your satiety and how well you digest food, right? Like, start to pay attention. And, that's what I was going to say. And while you're drinking the water, think about the cool things that you're doing for your body while you're drinking. This is something that is so helpful for me when I'm trying to incorporate new things. Like, for instance, when I started eating more vegetables, was that necessarily what I wanted to be doing at that moment? No, not really. Let's be honest. But when I started to learn about what those vegetables were actually doing for me and for my body, it became so much easier to eat them. They became more delicious, I'm not kidding. And it made me want to eat them because I realize how much benefit I'm getting from eating them, right? And now I'm at the point where I'm craving them. And same thing with water. It's hard to start drinking it at first, but every time you take a sip and you actually allow yourself to think, wow, I'm literally helping every organ in my body to function the way it's designed by drinking this water right now. Think about how much easier and more enjoyable it will be to drink more and more water when you think about it that way. Yeah? So let's see. Love my different fun cups. And yes, frozen fruit in there. Absolutely. Make it delicious. Make it a refreshing treat, right? And remember this as well. Remember all the things that we drink in a day that also dehydrate us. So coffee, teas, sodas, they're all diuretics, right? They can all contribute to dehydration. So if you're drinking that cup of coffee, you're going to need extra water to rehydrate yourself on top of the water you're already drinking. If you live in a hot climate, hello Florida, we step outside for 2 seconds, we're dripping with sweat, right? If you're sweating a lot because of the climate that you live in or how much you work out, you're going to need even more water. If you live at a high altitude, you're going to need even more water. If you drink a lot of booze, you're going to need even more water, right? So just think about that, how much water you're really needing. And now you can do the 8 cups a day if you want. You can do the, calculate your weight versus ounces of water, blah, 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 scientific, whatever. That's too difficult for me. I'm too lazy. So what I try to do is just drink water as often as I can throughout the day and then check your pee. Okay, let's talk about poo and pee today. Woo, we're getting crazy up in here. Check your pee. The way that you'll know that you're hydrated is if your pee is almost clear. If your pee is yellow or a dark yellow or even orange, you are super dehydrated, friend, and you need to get some more water, okay? If you don't drink a lot of water and you start drinking more, you're going to notice that you're going to be peeing a lot. And it gets annoying, and I get it, and I pee all the time, and it's annoying, and I get it. But it means you're hydrated, and that means that you're helping out every single process in your body, and especially digestion, okay? So let that be your motivator. Let that make the constant trips to the bathroom a little bit easier, just knowing how much you're helping yourself out. Okay, does that make sense? If you have any questions about that, let me know. If you need any help from me supporting you in getting more water, a little bit of accountability, let me know. That's what I'm here for. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys about the next tip, that stomach acid. All right? Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys really soon.